So, back from the VGC guide, and this time we are looking at Latios. It got a pretty significant buff in Luster Purge. It used to be 70 base power, now 95. That's a huge increase. That's stronger than Psychic is now. So, now it's actually going to be its most usable Psychic offensive move. It's its stab. That's brilliant. 50% chance to lower special defense. That's going to potentially snowball into a lot of sweeps for Latios itself, while also helping out the partner. So, it's a massive buff. And also, the fact that it can Terrastallize, have quote-unquote no weaknesses. You could go Terra Electric. Terra Poison's the better one. That resists Fairy. And then you only have one weakness, which was Psychic, and you resist that normally. So, yeah, lots of big buffs for both Lati twins. Latios, though, however, is the offensive one. There's no reason to bulk out Latios. That's Latias's job. Latias's job is supposed to be the super bulky one leveled hits. If you're using Latios, you're doing damage. You're focusing on doing damage. Just invest max speed, max special attack, and do the damage. Get those sweeps going. The tiny bit of bulk is so that you can survive no investment Incineroar knockoff, and then just max special attack, max speed, as much as you can. Do consider going modest, because if you don't need to speed tie with Ogerpons, and you don't need to outspeed max speed Entei, because Entei probably shouldn't be run max speed and so on, then feel free, go with the modest max speed. Just keep in mind you do underspeed Jolly Urshifu by 1. So if you don't expect to face in Jolly Urshifus and you think you can get away with it, feel free to go modest. Timid is a little bit safer though. Offensively, you just need Draco, strongest attack, Luster Purge, strongest attack, Soul Dew item, could go Life Orb, that is the other recommended item that I do have here. But Soul Dew, if you're sticking with just your stabs, you free up your Life Orb for the rest of the Pokemon in your party, and also you don't take recoil. So Soul Dew is worth it if these are just your 2 attacks. Tailwind is mandatory. There's no reason to use Latios if you're not using Tailwind. And then just protect, might as well keep yourself safe, because you're not the super bulky Latias who is able to shrug off the hits. Latios could be KO'd in a few hits, so protect is going to be much better on Latios than it is going to be on Latias. So just do the damage. Latios is supposed to just do the damage. And then you can go Life Orb. Life Orb is fine. I would stick with Soul Dew if you just have Draco and Luster Purge, but if you think you need extra coverage in the form of these moves that are not a recommended moveset, these are just extra moves you could fit on a Latios if you think you have space. Most likely over Protect. Thunderbolt, with Terra Electric, you got no weakness, and you'll also get Stab on top of that. That's worth it. Ice Beam, Outspeed, and definitely KO and Landorus Incarnate. That's worth it. Aura Sphere, hit Incineroar super effectively. Probably not worth it, to be fair. But also King Gambit. That's definitely worth it. Being able to Aura Sphere King Gambit, very nice. And also, shout out to Simple Beam. It's not really a move that's on usable Pokemon. Like, most Pokemon that get Simple Beam are there literally just to do the gimmick of Simple Beam. Latios is a good Pokemon that also happens to have Simple Beam. That could be worth it. Simple Beam your partners, they set up. And then they'll be able to get massive boosts and get some snowballs going much easier than they would have done previously. So it's definitely worth a mention. It's probably leaning a bit more gimmicky, but it is absolutely worth it. But yeah, Latios or Latias, if you're choosing Latios, you want to do damage. Just go max speed, max special attack, and just nuke things.